Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Design. I am back with my my meal planning, pantry stocking calendar. And so today is Friday and I'm very late for this week, but I'm going to go ahead and get this part done and then I'm going to do the next week. So it starts on the 6th. That's what I wanted to see. And I think we start on Monday. Okay. Monday the 6th. But anyway, so I'm a little late getting this part done, but I don't care that I'm late because it's just really a record keeping for me to know what we have done and what we haven't done. And right now, we are keeping track of all of our groceries and things that are coming in because so much of the time we're only getting a portion of what we order, which is totally fine. We're thankful that we get anything, and it's so bad that our son and daughter-in-law are now having to come over here to get their groceries. They can't get them where they are, and so we just told them, order them for our house. Pardon me, when they deliver them, they'll be out front, and then you just sit in your car and wait for them to come, and that's exactly what they did. They live in an area that's a little bit bigger. It's the same grocery chain, though ours has been affected lately, you know, as to how things are happening, what we can get, when we can get it, you know, that kind of a deal. At first, it was like almost a 2-week wait. And then all of a sudden, it was, we can't get an order it. Oh, I did this just backwards. There you go. That's what happens when you're talking. So, but it was becoming very difficult for us to get groceries. And then now you can order them, but you have to get them the next day. And so my son got on and he ordered, and then he called me and said, "Hey Mom, it's not till the 15th. And I was on the computer trying to get an order in for them. He had told me some things they needed, and if we didn't have it, we were going to order it for them. And he said, "Never mind, I got it all." And I said, "Are you sure you don't need, you know, XYZ? I've got extra." He was like, "Nope, nope, 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 I got some." So, you know, because that's some of this, you know, we are trying to pick up in case they can't get something, they can get over here. The same thing with our daughter and son-in-law. Matter of fact, they may be coming to pick up a spare fridge from us, so that when they are working on all of their, when their produce starts coming in from their gardens, they'll have a place to put it. So, but they're just getting it planted. I mean, you know, it's not like it has to be tomorrow. But, you know, with the baby and everything, we just keep telling them, you know, it's yours if you want it. Come get it, you know. But, because she is still nursing, of course, you know, it's still early. And she tries to put up as much as she can, but she never was an overly abundant, blessed mom in that area. So it's been kind of hard on them. So anyways, and that's been a part of her journey. That's been, you know, part of her pregnancy journey, which I had the same problem, and evidently so did my mom and my sister. So, okay, so if you remember, I had started filling these out. So right now, I went through off camera and I used my roll from Michael's and I trimmed it off. And I saved every bit of the leftovers because, look, these will be great. I can use these in planters. So, and they kind of roll a bit, so it's taken me a while to get these to kind of like lay flat. Some are, some aren't, but hopefully they're going to now. But, so I'm saving every little bit I can, and yeah. And I went ahead and did until the roll ran out right there. So, okay, so that'll be next week. We'll work on next week too. So, let's talk about this week. I pulled out several of my planners, but I think this, planner stickers, so I think this is going to be the one that I'm going to use. We're not quite summer yet, but it is, we had a real cool snap, I'm sure like a lot of people in America have had, and it was wonderful. I mean, it was just, it was actually cold. We actually had to turn on the heater, which I'm sure a lot of you did, but for us down here, that's kind of a big deal. So, but I love this one because the girl's reading. Hold on, let me see if I can set that there. But we are, everybody, we are doing well. Thank you for all the messages and the texts and, or the DMs and the the emails and comments. I started working on comments. I haven't gotten it 100% done, as you can tell, but I'm working on it. So, I'm doing much better. I had a video go out today that talked about what has gone on to hopefully answer a lot of questions all at once. And but we are doing great now. Not 100% up on strength, and if I talk too long, I get breathy, I call it. But I'm good, and I've had lots of phone calls this morning from family. So, I was just trying to reassure everybody we're great, and we'll know more when this is all over. We will get tested once they open the doors, and matter of fact, my sister called today. She is doing okay. Please keep praying for her and all the people in their hospital, and we have one of our ladies that I know of here that is also in the trenches at a hospital. So please, please, please pray for all the frontline people, because it's a lot. Yesterday, my sister said on the way into work, she was met at the door by, and I said, I'm so sorry. And, they're seeing a lot of people struggle, because what she does is the absolute last-ditch effort to save a sick patient. And so it is sad, and it is very overwhelming, and it is busy beyond all belief. That's all I can say right now. When she's at work, she's at work. And, but it was good for her to call today, and I could hear her voice and make sure she's okay and all that kind of good stuff. And thank you to everyone who's praying for her and her hospital and her patients and all of that. So, yeah. And that's where we are right now. And we're just going to all take it one day at a time. That's all we can do. Okay, so that's all I'm going to put on this. I really love this setup. I absolutely love making my grocery list, writing what's coming in from the grocery stores. Right here, some of this is Amazon, and then H-E-B is our grocery store. And, yeah, I mean, and one of these, no, these two got delivered. We've only had 2 others. We had one yesterday. And we're only getting half of what we order. And right now they're not giving us, they have tofu. It's there in the queue. And they're just not giving us any. And I know you're probably thinking, well, that's good. But occasionally we need that protein hit. So it's sad when you start praying for tofu. But it happens. It happens. I'm going to tell you right now. It happens. So I put this pretty girl right here. Yeah. Okay. So, I was going to put something in here. Let me see what I have for the meal planning. I've got, well, those are winter. Let's see. But, so we're all doing, we're doing like everybody else. We're doing the best we know how. We are very blessed that my husband is here. So, if there's anything big to carry or lift, because I don't have a strength right now. And my youngest is, boy, she's been working overtime. So, okay, those are all used up. That's what I wanted to see. Well, I don't really want to use these. I'll save these for this next coming week. Okay, let me see what else I have, because I don't want to go into the other ones. Let's see here. I've got other goodies down here. Let me see what I have. But I do want to say thank you. So many of you have prayed for us as a family, and just know you guys are being prayed for as well. We so appreciate all of y'all. Let me see, are there any squares? I doubt there are any squares in here, but we'll check just to be sure. Any boxes? Our granddaughter, somebody asked how our granddaughter's doing. She's totally fine. She is getting way too big without us. But it is lovely to get to have her there when we do a Zoom, and for her to, I'm going to say she knows my voice. I think she does. And And she'll look over when I'm asking something, or if, you know, and I just, you know how much that makes you happy. So here we go. All right, will that work? Oh, those are really big. Okay, see what else we have. If not, I'm gonna have to get up and go get a box. Didn't dawn on me there wouldn't be any boxes. I've got 2 more up there. Let me see what I have. And those are all used. Okay. And I've got these 2. Ooh, more Girl Squad. Yeah. But she is growing and amazing, as you guys know. Not that I'm prejudiced or biased or anything. It looks like she's going to be a little gingerhead right now. We thought she was going to be blonde. And she looks like she has a lot of red in her hair. And my mom, when she was little, had kind of a strawberry blonde hue in her hair. And my great-grandmother was auburn. She had auburn hair. So, and like I've said before, I told them, I said, I was redhead before she was. Because we all thought she was blonde. I was red first. I didn't copy. So, we're going to have some in here, I bet. Okay, sorry, I should have done this. Ooh, I like that. I might do those. But she looks great. Our children are all doing well. They're healthy. Our son and daughter-in-law are teaching online and doing a great job. And our daughter and son-in-law are now teaching online. And praise God, thank you to everyone who helped bring them home. They came home, and they are working from home now, which, yeah, anyways, I'm just telling you. Okay, this is it. This is what we have, and I am so thankful for it. So, because the main thing we basically eat, if you wonder how we make our money stretch right now, we eat 2 meals a day. We eat kind of a brunch, and then we eat dinner. And it's always wonderful. Last night, since we actually got a lot of eggs in our grocery order. We have not been getting any eggs. And of course, our chickens were killed. They were getting ready to start laying. We have 1 chicken that has laid 1 egg early in life. We only have 1 other one that's the same age, and she's not laying. So, boy, you talk about dancing with an egg. But we're very thankful. And then let me see, we have a lot of chicks that'll be coming, but we had chicken eggs last night in our grocery order. They didn't give us much of other stuff, but we did have eggs. So we had a migas dinner, and anybody out there who knows what migas is, it is so good. And if you don't know what migas is you take an onion and you saute it up in a pan. You can use water or oil, whatever you prefer. And then you take, and I also added some bell pepper that was going bad. So I just, cut what I could use, and then the chickens get the rest. Nothing goes to waste. And I'll tell you some of the other things I'm doing. And then you add that to it. You saute that. Then you take, I have some month-old, I don't know how they've lasted this long, little corn tortillas. The little street ones, the little tiny ones that I had gotten because of Weight Watchers. And I've been just doling them out ever so slowly. And so we took that and we added, we cut them up in little squares, and I added them to the saute. So they get a little crisp. You don't want them to burn, and you don't want them to crisp too much, but just to get them a little bit crisp. And we then, when my husband, because I sauteed that up and waited for my husband to come in because he was outside. And then we did eggs. So we just scrambled our eggs. My husband wanted duck eggs, so we have 1 duck that's still laying, or goose, whichever one we have. I can't remember who's laying. But those kind of eggs are they're great for baking. I don't like eating those for like regular eggs. I mean, if I had to, I would be very thankful. But he loves them. And 1 egg about does him, but he was starving last night. So I did 1 of those eggs and one of our regular cage-free eggs, and put those in a separate pan with some of the fixins that I'd already sauteed. And so he had that, and then we added to ours, you know, eggs. And then when you're finished, you top it with cheese and salsa and whatever else that you like. And of course, we didn't have salsa, but we had cheese, and my husband had cheese and salsa. So, or really hot sauce. So that's done. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I really do love that. Okay, so let's do this next week now. So, what happened to my other page? I put it away. Oh, goodness, silly me. Here it is. Okay. And then you just heat that, you know, you put the cheese on at the end, let it melt, and then you take it up and serve it. And then with that, we had oranges, because I'm able to get their oranges from the valley here, and they're definitely probably last Christmas oranges, because they are really, you know, not super soft on the outside, and they look really ugly. And my husband will say, you know, those oranges always look so ugly, but they're good, you know, and so you have those. And anyways, I think I'm going to go with this one this time. Okay. I have those two that I will save. And this I will save. So, what we did was, let me get my numbers. Where's my numbers? There it is. Okay, holidays, dates and holidays is what I'm looking for. Anyway, so we then, last day was the 12th, so the 13th. We then took the eggshells and rinsed them good and put them in a quart jar. I know, just hang with me, it's different. And we put those in, and we added water to it. And what we do, my mom, when I was a little girl, used to make eggshells and water just in a jar, and then she would put on her plants for plant food. And you can also take the shells and grind them up and put them on your plants for plant food. And I also put some of the eggshells back in the scraps bowl for the chickens, and I break them up. I wash them good and I break them up, and you can grind them. Some people put them in the blender, but let's get real. You know, I'm not going to do that. And so, anyways, and I have a bucket that goes out to the chickens, because the reason you give the chickens eggshell, or it's kind of like their calcium to us. It makes the shells that they produce thick. Now, there is a debate on whether they should be able to see what they are or not. I have never had a chicken peck eggs that I can remember. Because what they'll do is if they see it, they'll peck the egg, and then, yeah, they'll, you know, it's ruined. No baby, no egg to cook with. So, but I went through, I'm going to get those lines off so you can see where I have written behind, and I didn't white any of it out this time. I just thought, I'm not even going to notice it. Let's just let it go. But so I have that going for our plants, and then also some for the chickens in their scraps bowl. And then I also, last thing, I know you're going to say, do you ever throw anything out? Well, yeah, we do. I also am saving the orange rinds. And you're like, well, why? I guess to feed the chickens? Yes, you can feed them to the chickens, yes. But that's not what I'm saving them for. So, years ago, I had totally forgotten about this, and I was looking up, I got an article on how to make sanitizer, and I thought, or how to make cleaning solution. And when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, we used to do this years ago. So, what I have is a half-gallon mason jar, and I fill it with all the orange rinds. So every night we're allowed, every day we eat one orange each, because we have quite a bit. And vitamin C is so important right now. So there's a couple of things to know. So for this portion, we take the rinds, I put them in the jar, and I have half water, half vinegar. And you could do just all vinegar, but I, just don't have that much to, kind of go crazy with, so I have to be careful. And I put the orange rinds in, and it's just like using water, vinegar, and essential oils, because what it's going to do is it's going to leach the orange oil, essential oil, out of the skin, and it will create a cleaning solution in that vinegar and water. So at some point we'll drain it off, throw these rinds away, and start another one. And I mean, in 2 nights we have the jar half filled. We'll probably fill it by tonight, and then I will cap that one off, and then we'll start on a second one. And you're probably thinking, well, why are you doing that? And it's that essential oils cost money, and I'm trying to be very judicious with them. Like when I burned my hand so badly, I used a little bit of lavender on my hand, but I was trying not to go crazy, and because, we just don't know what it's going to be. And also, we just don't know financially what's going to happen for our family. We're a single income family, and we are very blessed that my husband still has a job, but they have taken a pay cut. So, and at some point, they probably will have to lay people off, but we don't know yet. And I'm finally putting some lotion on. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be so yucky for y'all. My skin is so dry right now. I think it's just all the washing. But, so we're making that, and we're using everything. And when we get finished with those orange rinds, I will then save those out of the vinegar and oil and give them to the chickens. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. The orange rinds have, chickens will eat rinds. They like lemons, they like oranges, they like it all. So for me, I thought, hey, what we ought to do, I'm not going to use that one because it doesn't have what I thought it had in it. So, okay, let me go back over here. We are going to use those for, to feed the chickens with, because one of the things you can do when your animals aren't doing well, or to keep them healthy, is you can feed them orange rinds. Vinegar. You can put apple cider vinegar in their water. And what that does is it helps their body become more, whatever it needs to be, and it helps fight off parasites and all that kind of good stuff. It's just like when you hear of human beings, I hope that sticks because I have lotion on my hands, taking apple cider vinegar for health. So you do the same thing with your critters. You do it with your dogs, you do it with your cats, you do it with everything. So I just thought, hey, I could do that. I could totally do that, So, and I am just going to, I think I'm just going to do one for every other day. Whoops, well, if I don't make them skip. But anyways, to make a long story short, that will be for them. So, we're just trying to think of healthy options for us, for our critters, for everything that we don't have to pay extra for. And I had somebody ask about our birds. Well, by God's grace, I had gotten the birds some bird seed, and I had gotten them set up on a subscription with Amazon. Well, my birds are kind of spoiled. You guys know that. There's nothing new here. But my husband had picked up some food for them because I had called him on his way out when they were closing his office down. In Austin, I said, they need birdseed. Can you pick some up? Well, they quit selling bulk birdseed right before that. My birds won't eat anything but that seed, except for cheap parakeet seed. So, anyways, he said, yes, I will. He went and picked it up. We brought it home, and long story short, they are eating everything. Not the seed that they like, but they are eating. We picked them up some cockatiel seed, which in all the years we've had them, they will not eat. They are very spoiled, in my husband's words. Your birds are so spoiled, But they are eating what they have right now. I think even in nature, maybe it's the birds outside telling them, you better eat your food. We're hungry, eat yours. But they are eating their birdseed, praise God. And I have never been so thankful. And they are doing well. When it gets a little bit warmer, I'm going to take their cage out and then clean them out. But I also have to get a mask to wear, which I've ordered some from Amazon. My sister was like, you have to wear a mask, you have to wear a mask. And, and if anybody passes, you cannot go to a funeral. None of us can. And I was like, I know, she's very concerned, and which is very sweet. I mean, she just, I'm getting a sip of water and being a good girl today. So, now let's go back and add some pretty stuff. But she is, my sister is doing well. She has a few more days, guys. Please, any of you that are praying with me for her safety, for her health, I would just ask you to continue to pray for her. She is going to take 2 weeks off. Praise God. And get a rest in between, which I'm so happy about. I cannot tell you how much that is such a relief. And, you know, that's a big deal. So I'm going to put here, but first, and the reason I'm going to put that there is, but first, we thank God for all of our food. And she said that it is difficult, and I've already shared that, but I just want to say that she is just, you know, you're not going out, you cannot go out, and that is, of course, what they're asking us to do. So we are going to be smart, all of us, on this channel. And unless we are in, we're doing a specific service, like we're a first responder, or we're work at a hospital or anything like that, we are going to support those that that need us to, and we're going to stay home. Okay, guys? That's my commitment to you. You guys commit it to us, and we'll all be good. Okay? I mean, we just need everybody to be safe. And that was her, that is really what, you know, all of our people in the trenches, the medical staff, they're just begging everyone to stay home. My sister said they haven't even begun to peak at their hospital in their area. And, you know, she's here in Texas, and we've had it for a while. So, yeah, it's just, it's so, gosh, it's just so heartbreaking right now. So, anyways, and I called and spoke to our postman today, because we're still stuck in. We're considered, you know, having to quarantine. And, yeah, and my sister will have that 2-week break in between hospitals. I didn't think I finished that thought, sorry. So that was what I was praying specifically, was that number one, she'll be safe. Number two, that the people she works with will be safe, her patients, her colleagues, and then also that she will get a break in between, because she is exhausted. I mean, she called me today and couldn't stop coughing, and I was like, you know, and she said, I know. She said, I've got an oximeter, and, you know, she's gotten some things so that she can keep track that, you know, if in any way she starts having any symptoms, then she can, you know, she'll know what to do. And so, anyways, but, okay, I love this. So that's for next week, and I will go back, fill in what we've done this week, because this is my, like, grocery inventory type go-to. So when I'm looking to make my meal plans out and things like that, this is what I'm going to use. And then I'm going to put everything up on a calendar in the kitchen for each month, and then everybody can look at it and say, oh yeah, that's what I want, you know, kind of thing. Because I don't know about y'all, but by the time I get to dinner, because I have a hard time breathing, by the end of the day I'm really tired. And unless I know ahead what I'm going to make, then I just grab whatever. And then I don't use my resources accordingly, according to expiration dates, according to survivability of the fruits and vegetables, you know, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm really learning to manage my kitchen better again, like I used to do years ago. In the last many years, we kind of turned that over to our kids, and hopefully next week I'll feel good enough. I am going to be, that I'll be redoing every cabinet, every drawer, everything, to find everything, because I can't find all my tools. And my youngest has been doing an inventory of our basement, of things that I've gotten over the years and put away. And then hopefully, I just got today the shelves that will go in the armoire in the kitchen, because it's not a useful armoire. You can't hang anything but like 5 little jackets, you know. And I've used it for packing material and mailing material. And so we're going to take all that out. I'm going to put the shelf, build the shelf inside of it, and I'm going to put my appliances in there that I have on another shelf, and that shelf that's out will become a place where I'll start seeds. And when they get old enough, I'll transfer them to the outside, and then I'll start a new set, and just kind of starting that process. So we'll have things like lettuce and tomatoes and herbs and peppers and all those things. And I did have seeds for eggplant, but unfortunately it just got messed up with Amazon, but that's okay. And then I had ordered startling herbs from our grocery store. That didn't come yesterday. But herbs are easy to sprout and plant, so I'm not worried about that. And then I'm going to start a hydroponic, about this size, herb garden. So I'm going to start herbs in 2 ways. I'll put basil outside. I'll do one little pot of basil inside.